Hi there. I thought it would be good to give a live demonstration as to how to fix a flat tire on your bike. So what you need is the following: a bike kit. You can buy these. There's a Dutch bike store here in Toronto. It's called Curbside, and I think they sell these. This is an essential tool. This basically gets the tire off the rim. This kind of wrenchy-like looking thing. So you need that. You need this glue stuff that will glue the patch onto the inner tube. And you need these little patchy things that are sticky. They're sticky on the back, but you have to use both. You have to use the stickiness and the glue together. You can't just do one without the other. The other essential tool that you need, of course, is a bucket of water, because with this bucket of water, you're going to, once you get the inner tube out of the back of the tire, you're going to pump up the inner tube again, and so that it's fairly firm, and start passing the inner tube through the bucket of water, and that's where you'll see the bubbles, and that's how you'll find the leak. Once you find the leak, you dry off the inner tube, make it all nice and dry. And by the way, of course, you also need your pump to pump up the tire. Okay, so like I said, we take this tool and we start taking the tire off the rim. And you'll need 2 or 3 of these tools in order to completely fulfill this task. Now you'll see that this wrench kind of has a little hole in it, and that hooks onto the spoke so that you're able to get the second one in, because especially if it's a brand new bike or brand new tires, that it's quite tricky to get the tire off the rim. So that's why you need like 2 or 3 of them, and that's why basically every Dutch kit does come with 3 of them. So usually they start falling out by the 3rd one, and then you can see now the tire is loose now from the rim. You see, and the tire is still on the bike. I haven't taken the tire off the bike at all. So now the tire is completely loose from the rim. So now we're done with these for now. So now you find out where the valve is, and you can just push up the valve where the valve is, and push and pull the inner tube out from the tire. Now that's pretty simple to do, but you got to get a hang of it. You do it a few times and you get a hang of it. Try it past the brake. The brake area is a little tricky to get it out. There. So now you see I have the inner tube out of the bike. So now what you do is repump your inner tube back up. This is a handy little pump. So you pump it up, and then with your bucket of water, like I suggested before, you start passing the inner tube through the bucket of water to find your hole. So we take the glue and we put a thin area of glue in the area where the hole was. So let it dry for about 90 seconds. And we take one of these patches. Now they come sort of pre-cut. Oops, there's 2 of them here. Now you take off the backing. So you take off the backing, so this is the sticky part here. Sticky right here. Okay, so now you take this patch and you put it over the area where you just put the glue down, and you let it dry. Now, to double check that it's sealed properly, you again use the bucket and you check to see if it indeed is sealed. So we take a look here, and as you can see, there are no bubbles. So we need to take the air out of the inner tube, because we got to put it back in. And you can do that with this tool. You can just get the air back out. There. Okay. So now we're going to put the inner tube back into the tire. So first, find the hole where the inner tube is supposed to go. Put this in first. Okay, so once you have your valve in through the hole, then you start feeding the inner tube back into the tire. Now, the tire here should still be on the front part of the rim. So you just start feeding it inside the tire. Like I said, you take out the air of the inner tube so that it gets in much easier. Tire. Make sure your valve is still sticking out through the hole. So now again with these tools, but this time doing it this way, you start, or actually by hand first, you start popping the tire back into the rim. You can do it by hand, but then at one point it will get tough to do. It's already getting tough for me to get the tire back in. So that's where you use these tools once again. So when we took the tire out, we had the tool facing this way. But now putting the tire back in, we take the tool and we face it the other way so that you're able to slip it underneath and pop the tire back onto the rim. Just like that. See how it's popping in? Okay, so this piece here is tough to do. Like I said, it's a brand new tire. So we're going to have to use a couple of tools to do it. It's like a two-handed sort of thing. Do it a few times, you get the trick of how to do it. Almost got it in. Okay, now the tire has the inner tube, and you can see it's flowing through very smoothly through the tire. So that's that. So now all we have to do is pump it up. Okay, we're pumping it up. Yep, it's holding. And of course, you always fix your tire with your bike upside down. Alright. So, hopefully this was helpful to a lot of you Torontonians, Canadians, North Americans, worldly people that that I was able to help you with these handy tips on how to fix your tire without taking the tire off and without taking it to a bike shop and costing you like 50, 60, 75 bucks to fix. This took me a half hour. That's it. Over now. Bye for now, and have a great day. And keep on biking.